Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. Platinum's potential keeps rising. Let's explore. For those of you who have an inkling of familiarity with my channel, you will know that I have been talking about platinum for quite a number of years now. And I view the metal lovingly as sort of a fringe precious metal, as I group all of the platinum group metals in that category, mainly as I describe them as metals that are more of a speculative investment. That's right, there is an area where I will use the word investment rather than hedge. But we have seen platinum perform quite well over the past year especially. If you take a look at a chart, you will see that platinum since 2020, when it hit that low, that all the precious metals took that big hit as people ran to the safety of cash. It got down well below $650 an ounce. And it was about that time that I made several purchases of platinum in that time frame. And last year, actually, in 2020, I bought more platinum than I have any other year. But even before 2020, through 2018 and 19, we saw it trade well below $1,000 an ounce for quite some time. And through the course of this channel, we have seen platinum take a pretty big hit and fall down pretty drastically into the middle of 2015 to the low $800 level range. And that's on average. And basically, it has kind of gone up and down a bit. It's been pretty volatile, as is the case with some of these speculative assets. But when you think about the platinum group metals in general, platinum being chief among them in terms of its abundance, in other words, it is the most abundant of all the platinum group metals out there, even though itself is about between 15 and 20 times rarer than gold in above ground stocks. And people talk about below ground stocks, that it's more abundant. The problem is actually getting it out of the ground and processing it takes a lot more energy and time. And the mines that produce platinum and any of the platinum group metals are really relegated to about three general areas. You've got South Africa, Russia, areas of Russia, and Zimbabwe. And those are not the most stable of governments in those areas for a myriad of different reasons. And so there is that aspect of platinum that makes it quite unique in all the platinum group metals. But what's been happening over the past year? Well, platinum has slowly and steadily gone up and up and up. And there's been one period of time towards the end of September and all the way through about the middle part of October, where it kind of stalled and fell down into a sort of what one would consider a dead cat bounce. But then it just sprang back to life from about the end of middle of November, and just has kept rising since then. And now we are in an area now where platinum seems to be making its way upwards, and I have been pretty bullish on platinum for all that time. And it's been quite a wild ride to see it get to the point where it is now, because as of the recording of this video, it is actually trading well above $1,220 an ounce, even though it's down on this day that I'm recording the video a bit. So there's an article here that an anonymous member of the community sent to me from mining.com. Platinum set for a third year of deficit as industry demand surges. This is quite interesting to see how platinum is really growing based off of the deficits and how price correlates with that. The World Platinum Investment Council said on Monday that global platinum market will be more undersupplied this year than in previously thought, as economic recovery fuels a surge in demand from the industry. Platinum is used by automakers who embed it in vehicle exhaust to neutralize harmful emissions, by other industries such as glass making and for jewelry and investment purposes. The roughly 8 million ounce a year market will see a shortfall of 158,000 ounces in 2021. This marks the third consecutive annual deficit, the WPIC said in its latest quarterly report. 3 months ago, it forecast undersupply of 60,000 ounces in 2021. So you think about that. From 60,000 ounces forecast to 158,000 now, that they're going to see this deficit of platinum. Fascinating indeed. Consumption of platinum by industry and jewelers plunged last year as the coronavirus swept the globe, but the pandemic also disrupted supply and fueled massive demand from investors looking for a safe place to put their money. That left the market undersupplied by 863,000 ounces in 2020, the biggest deficit on record, the WPIC said. And what happened? Well, the price went up from there. This year, demand from auto manufacturers and industry will rise above 2019 levels, with consumption by glass makers particularly rocketing. That's interesting. Jewelry demand will recover but remain below pre-pandemic levels, while purchases by investors will fall from last year's record but remain strong by historic standards, it said. So you think about it, people realized that the prices were low and took advantage as, quote, investors. And it's people like you and me buying this, platinum kangaroos, Britannias, eagles, and maples. Comes in a variety of different forms, and there were some good deals to be had for platinum in 2020. Yay, though, the premiums were still very high, and people aren't used to seeing that in precious metals, but it is that way for platinum, especially because it's so hard to produce. It takes a lot of time and energy, and whenever you do a bullion coin like this, it takes several strikes to get the design imprinted on the planchet. It's a very dense, hard metal. That's one of the most appealing properties of it, in my view. So platinum fell to an 18-year low of $550 an ounce in 2020 during the spread of the coronavirus. We remember that time in March when all the precious metals took a pretty big hit. Everybody ran to the safety of cash. So that's exactly what happened. And so that's why they all fell. It has risen now to above $1,220 an ounce, but remains significantly below its highs between 2008 and 2014. And it was, for a lot of the time, platinum traded higher than gold. If we look back during that time, 2014, it got up over $1,500 an ounce. But there was a time in 2008, just as a recession hit, that it actually got almost $2,200 an ounce, almost $2,200 at that time, right in the midst of the recession, 2007 and 2008. Many analysts and investors expect further price gains in the years ahead as demand, including from nascent hydrogen industry and from automakers switching to platinum from more expensive palladium, outpaces supply. And I think in some ways many people feel that palladium prices still have room to move upwards as they retool to platinum for the automakers. But as everything else is going up, including copper and raw materials to make automobiles, more than likely they can absorb the prices for palladium because everybody expects everything to be more expensive. So they're probably fine with that for now. So I sort of disagree with that part of the article. They also have a little chart here that shows the platinum surpluses and deficits, and you can see it's pretty amazing that the ones that are in the plus column, well, that means the price goes down. Only in 2020, where there was a massive deficit, that you saw the prices dip, but that was because of the panic that you saw and when people were running to the safety of cash at that moment in time. But here we are now at a point where I am still bullish on platinum, and I think it has got more potential. In fact, I would not be surprised to see it rocket up from here at the same rate that it has been going since about November of last year, which is where we really saw that pretty big increase in price. And I think we're going to see a continued sawtooth pattern in the upwards direction as we still are in this recession, and some feel we may double dip, or that we may see an even bigger economic turmoil as modern monetary theory is in full effect. And platinum will certainly play a role in that for sure as this industrial metal. And I think it's wise to hold some in physical form, even though obviously it's not as liquid. But you know, it's I think it's encouraging to see platinum being talked about in the community more and more. In fact, there's a whole channel devoted to platinum called Platinum Beast, and I think that's quite unique and very cool to see that, as I've been a fan of platinum for quite a long time. There's others in the community that are very bullish on platinum, and I am certainly one of those, and certainly will sing its praises, in so much that I think it's something to cautiously get into, if you're okay with the volatility. In other words, you know, it's a rare precious metal, but obviously it's cheaper than gold, but its potential is there that I think it's something to consider as a diversification tool with something with a slightly more risk. And that risk could pay off, but it also may not, because you have two things working against you with platinum. Number one is that risk, and the fact that it's not considered a monetary metal. It is a fringe precious metal. It's rare, but rarity does not equate to value or price. And also the fact that it has very high premiums when you buy it in the physical form. Those premiums you cannot expect to recover at the time of sale. And especially now, I don't know that people are really wanting platinum a whole lot at local coin shops. But, you know, it's worth investigating to a degree. I know my local coin shop will get platinum in from time to time, and it doesn't stay long in there. So maybe there is a market, but it may be regional and it may be anecdotal as to that market. So keep that in mind if you are interested in accumulating platinum. But I think it's a good diversification tool. So there you have it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as we explore platinum a bit here, even further on this channel. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're curious, you know, check out and search platinum on my channel page and my videos, and you'll see more videos. Especially there was a video of a series of all the metals I talk about called Why I Love. Look at the video called Why I Love Platinum, and let me know what you think about that. In the meantime, I hope you will engage with the community here on this channel and press that thumbs up button. That'll help greatly, and click the notification bell so that you can be apprised of the latest video. Sometimes they don't make their way across the platform. Also understand that I do post videos every day, so if you don't get a notification or don't see it come across your subscription feed, you can just come back to the channel page and see a video there. So I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch, and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.